Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. This is your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. Today I'm joined by Rhona Jukes. Rhona Jukes is a mortgage professional at American Family Funding and an expert when it comes to mortgage lending here in Santa Clarita and throughout California. And Rhona is very involved in the community.
Yes.
So,
yes, very involved.
Excited to have you back on the show.
Thank
and
you.
I want to talk to you about the difference between working with a local professional that you can go and meet with versus, the internet. You see a lot of ads, TV, you see a lot of ads, and, newspaper.
Yes,
So you see a lot of print advertising.
Yeah, and what's really important is, especially in this market that we're in, that you want to work with someone who has been in the industry, who is going to give you the time that is necessary to make you feel comfortable through this process. The internet is a good thing. It allows you to sit at your leisure and check out the internet and see what's available out there for a home loan. But it doesn't give you that personalized service.
So I want to talk about personalized service because we have a website, American Family Funding,
yes,
that's very educational, and you can go get great information. But it's more than just the personalized service, because someone can do that well over the phone in Indiana. But you're giving people the most important financial documents, Social Security numbers, account numbers, then you're giving them their life.
One of the biggest things is giving out your Social Security number. You don't realize what these internet companies do. You're giving it to one entity, but in reality, they're going out and farming it out to several different mortgage companies as to a way of getting more activity and getting more contact and finding out who has a loan program to meet your needs.
So you're saying there's leads companies out there where you put that data in there and then they sell the lead to different companies, and you don't know who's getting that data.
No, and in an era of identity theft, the last thing you want to do is release your Social Security number out to the world.
Yeah, and one thing also that's important is not everybody fits in a box, lending box, right?
It would be nice.
Yes.
It would be nice.
So it's kind of tough to get that product because of that.
Yeah, because when you go online and you go to an internet company, they're going to ask you to fill out an application. They're not going to ask you the questions that really need to be known so that they can find you the right loan to meet your individual financial needs. Not two people are alike. There are so many variables that go into my work as funding to go out there and shop for the best loan for you to meet your needs. FICO scores, income, loan to value, how much do you have available for a cash down if you're doing a purchase? A refinance, does it make sense? If it's not going to make sense and save you enough money, why go through the expense? They will not take that time.
And when's your break-even point going to be? And when is your break-even point going to be relative to the time value of money and relative to the cost of money and relative to taxes? There's a lot of things you have to look at. Let's talk about the right program, and let's talk about purchases.
Okay.
Because that's come out there. There's more than one program. There's not just the FHA 3.5%.
No.
Which is a good program.
It's a fabulous program for that individual who is, may be limited to initial funds for that down payment, but could afford the monthly payments with their income. But you also have, first-time home buyer programs where you could put it at as little as 0.5% down. But that also is part of educating and taking the client's information and their concerns and what their wants and needs are into consideration when you're out there looking for that right loan for that client.
And there's actually now 10% down programs that don't include mortgage insurance. There's 10% down programs that include mortgage insurance, but you pay more up front.
Exactly. There's so many different programs out there. I was recently asked, what's a rate on a 30-year fix? Well, it's very hard to just arbitrarily give out a number because there's so many variables that go into it.
And one of the biggest variables is credit score. Let's talk about that briefly.
FICO scores. It's so important. FICO score drives everything. It will drive what loan program. It could drive your, most importantly, it will drive your interest rate. Of course, you want to have the best interest rate, a best credit score to get the best interest rate. But if you don't have the best score, it doesn't mean that a home loan is not available to you, because there are many programs out there.
I want to ask you one real quick item, and that is, when you say the best interest rate, you're also referring to the best combo interest rate points and closing costs.
Absolutely. It all ties in together. I met with a client 6 months ago. They weren't quite ready. I guided them. I helped them. They paid off some debt. I met with them earlier this week. We are now ready to move forward, and I'm proud to say they're now pre-approved, and they're out there looking for a home loan.
Perfect. Rhona Jukes, how can people reach you that are listening to this live or watching this online?
They can reach me at my direct number at 661-505-4335. I am available. If I don't answer, please just leave me a message. I'll get back to you.
Even if it's on the weekend or evening, I know
yes.
Rhona always checks her voicemail, and she's always available to help schedule something in the future for you. Rhona Jukes with American Family Funding, mortgage professional and a community leader, and someone that's really a philanthropist in our city and so involved with so much. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.